Hello and welcome to the Fmsl podcast, episode 13. And now this is our big live show of the debrief from season 3. So where is my man Chrissy? Where are you?
Yes, I am here, Cameron. Hello, we are coming to you live, Fmsl style. A little bit late,
I do want to apologise. We did have some technical difficulties, and there may be some holes in some furniture somewhere around here. But we are live. We are here. So, what do I have coming up today, Chrissy?
Well, on episode unlucky 13, but we're going to turn it around now because you're in for a fun-filled couple of hours of laughs, smiles, frowns, and everything upside down. We're going to go a little debrief. I think it might have been episode 1. No, well, we did like 2, 3, 4, didn't we? And we did all the debriefs, but we're going to bring it to you all in one big episode. We've got guests from all the leagues. We've got everyone turning up tonight. Well, not everyone, because that would be too long. But we've got Premier League. We're going to start at the top this time, coming all the way down the leagues, see how everyone's done. And, getting prepared for another big one tomorrow.
Yeah, so let's start with the Premier League. And Niall, there
Straight
is Niall.
in.
Hello.
Completely forgot about what I said. But, Niall, how we doing?
I couldn't find it, mate. That's why I wanted to be tested.
That's poor. So let's have a look. So let's have a look at the league table. So starting at the top, AZ Alkmaar coming through like Chrissy's prediction. Final week.
That was probably the only one I got right. That's probably the only one all season or all last week that I actually got right. The perfect week. He pulled off the perfect week to win the Premier League. Shout out to Ratchmat.
Yeah, well, Niall didn't have his perfect week, did you, Niall? You had a bit of a wobble, and you really wanted something, didn't you?
I mean, some people would say I'm as toothless as my defence this season, but rumour has it, mate, I was trying to get relegated, and I'll neither confirm nor deny that.
I think we all know which way that one's going. But, looking at the rest of the table, I do feel sorry for Mohammed. It went on, we had goal difference there, points are the same, and I don't know how it was decided. I believe it would have been wins. But that is...
Maybe,
that is
I
mental.
thought it was goal scored, but it might be wins.
It might be. I don't think... I can't actually remember a season or a league. Somebody will be able to tell me wrong in the comments, but I don't remember a season or a league where it's been tied like that. It's been mental.
Not that close, surely.
It's funny that the top two, the title decider, was same points and goal difference. Relegation, same points and goal difference.
Yeah, it's as well. I mean, that's why it is the Premier League. It is the toughest league, and we've got Mohammed coming in second, then we've got Ryan at Salernitana, and then we have sneaking in on goal difference, Azrad with Werder Bremen. And it just goes to show how tough the league is, in the respect of the Premier League. And then obviously you've got Louise sitting out there in 5th, and Mark, who a lot of people, including myself, predicted to be relegated, snuck out there with Niall, who Chrissy had, predicted to be relegated. And then, Niall is such a bottle job that he couldn't do it.
Yeah, I tried, mate.
500k
job. He's a proper bottle. Don't be saying that. Kevin will be doing it. But that was a proper bottle job move there by you, Niall.
Can I just say one thing before we move on, before we go down the table? I want to get back to the top of the table, right? AZ Alkmaar had to play Salernitana, I can't say it, and Werder Bremen in the final week. Do you know what I mean? At that point, they were 2nd and 3rd. So that's an excellent achievement.
I've got to say, well done, Rashmat. I know you'll be watching the recording, because you're not, you're probably asleep by now, and I think most of the Indonesian lads are probably going to watch this.
Nocturnal, man.
But
always awake.
I'm loving it. So, and obviously, Furman, you know, at the bottom of the table. And, you know, the surprise shock, really, I would say, of the season, James Bond, our friend 007, you know, sitting down at second bottom there. It's
I tell you what, I like how you talk to your other guests more about them and their season than you have with me, mate. You just said,
we haven't got to you, mate.
We haven't finished with you. We
like to dangle you outside for a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fucking hang me out to dry.
And then yeah.
So moving on to the Premier League team of this season, Chrissy, do you want to run through this because I'm going to butcher some names there?
Yes, I will. Right, okay. So in goal, you know what I'm going to start? I'll start in goal. We've got the big man, the Georgian. Mom, I can't even say the team.
Mamardashvili, come on.
That would do at Hellas Verona with 4 clean sheets. I think that's a great achievement. I mean, you look at the table. You can rewind and go back. Or no, we're live. You can't do that. He conceded the least goals in the league. And then you've got Gaston Martirena for Werder Bremen with 15 goal contributions from defence. That is class. Play out from the back was on there. And then we've got Yuki. Oh, what, mate? What? Okay. Sugawara.
That's my
you
boy.
said you was going to butcher the name.
Sugawara.
So, yeah, thank you, Cameron. So, one of James's players there with 8 goal contributions. Alex Glamado. I can say that one because he was in my team last year for Vallecano. Who got 8 goal contributions. And then Molina, we'll just remember his first name. Molina for Verona again. That proves why they were so solid at the back with 7 goal contributions. Moving on to the midfield. Nice. Didn't he play for you, Cam, as well, last FM?
Who?
Molina.
Melina played.
Yeah, Melina and FM. No, not this FM. Last FM.
This FM. The I sold him.
Last FM.
Oh yeah. He's great.
And then Jeremy Pino in the middle, along with Zambo and Guisa for Pauk, with 16 and 14 goal contributions. Not bad. I mean, Jeremy Pino is more of an attacking player, more of a winger, I'd say. But obviously on Football Manager 2024, he is down as a midfielder. So that is where he lodges in to this team of the season. On to the forwards. Cody Gakpo, Werder Bremen, 19 goals. Absolute class. Carboni, who was a top 10 draft pick last season for AZ Alkmaar. Ratchmat bought a pick, or we think he traded for a pick with 16 goals. So coming in clutch. Victor Osimhen, obviously he's always going to be there and thereabouts with 16 goal contributions. And Lewis and Penda again for Hellas Verona. So yeah, that's a strong team. Not just on paper, but what they've done as well.
What do I think of that team?
Yeah.
I think it's a fucking farce, mate. None of my players are in it.
Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason for that, mate.
I've got Chao Henriquez, mate. Left back, 10 assists this season. But you know, Fabio Vieira as well, missed out by 1 goal contribution. I've gone, here we go. Abdul.
0.
Go on.
He's not wrong, no. He's not wrong.
0 Almeria players, no surprise there.
He's not wrong.
Well,
to be honest, I don't think there is many surprises on that.
So
he's back.
Overall, Niall, without being, you know, towards yourself a little bit more, what do you think of that lineup?
I think I can't see it. It's too small.
Come closer. Come closer now.
Oh God, you're just going to see like pupils. No, I think generally because obviously, you know, I was having a look through the. I don't know whether it was you or not. Actually, on Discord the other night, I was having a look through the stats and I was pointing out for the special awards we've got this for this podcast, haven't we? Exclusive podcast awards. Players of the year. I think everything looks pretty much bang on where it should be. Really, it's a disappointment because the current system we have, all the 4 defenders, they can all be right backs or left backs. They don't have to be exclusively centre backs in the centre pair. If they were, you would have seen my Inner Chow there, because you think he got 6 goals or something. from centre back. So he's missed out purely because of goal contributions from fullbacks. But other than that, I can't complain with it.
Yeah, it's definitely a strong team. I do agree with that.
Yeah,
it's definitely.
I do think that needs changing though. FMSL bosses, centre backs need to be centre backs. Change that next time.
Don't like that. So moving on to the player of the season, and it is Valentin Carbone.
Don't come at me for pronouncing names, mate. Don't come at me for pronouncing names.
I tell you, I'd butcher it.
Remember, this is our podcast exclusive awards as well.
Yeah, so there is no monetary gain. Just for anybody who is watching, there's no monetary gain to this. It is essentially just going to be, from us at the FMSL YouTube channel who are picking these players. So with 16 goal contributions in the Premier League, obviously splitting them into 10 goals and 9 assists in all competitions, I think, it's a pretty good deal considering he was, as Chrissy says, a top 10 draft pick.
Yep.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise.
Joe agrees the team was spot on as well, by the way.
Thanks, Joe. Thank you, mate. Yeah, it's a good pick by us. I think the three of us come together and decided that for the value of money he was and how Rashmat played him, he's just a class pick for our player of the season for the Prem. A lovely image there, produced by our very own Cameron. I must say.
I've got to take some credit for something, you know what I mean? But
definitely not the start of this.
Honestly, you'll never let me live that down, will you? So moving on very, very swiftly to the overall arching, so everybody can see what's going on there. Victor Osimhen, obviously top goal scorer in the Premier League, and looking at that, the top scorers on the bottom there. You got Jay Stansfield at Monza, who was a pick this year. Niall, you've got a player in there. Jesus.
Oh, bloody hell.
Too often. And then obviously you've got Isak as well, who bound to be up there. Luis Obienda.
Player, don't just skip over it.
Vitinha.
Oh,
yeah, it doesn't matter. You're not top of the league. It doesn't matter. So, Isak, Newcastle's golden boy, and, Asa Alkmaar's golden boy with 10 goals, but obviously there wasn't enough. Luis Obienda, he come in this year and he's went to Hellas Verona. And look at that. 11 goals. What can you say? But moving on, again, Valentino Carbone, he has, 9 assists, and that's pretty good. Pino's in there as well. Vieira is very lucky to miss out on on team of the season.
One goal contribution again, wasn't it?
Mamardashvili, 4 clean sheets. Gaston, oh God, I'm going to butcher this name. I'm so sorry. Gaston
Go on, Cam.
Maritain, fucking God knows. But he does have 15 assists.
Nailed it, mate.
15 goal contributions. I've nailed that. It's fucking fantastic. Anyway, swiftly moving on. Niall, this is where you need to come back to your camera and talk to us about your horrendous side. Your horrendous side. What is going on with
horrendous, remember?
Well, I wouldn't be saying too much about that.
That's the rumour.
But what's going on with your goalkeepers then? Because obviously Danny Carans was your #1 goalkeeper last year. And obviously last year as well, he was Liam and Harry's #1 goalkeeper at Spezia. So what do you think behind the change?
Couple of things. Obviously the first season of this FM24. Hello. I think I conceded 52 goals the first season. So I changed up my defence, completely revamped. And that second season where I changed all that defence, I won the league. But I still weren't too happy with the amount of goals I scored. So I decided maybe I need to change the keeper as well. So I went in for this Peretz guy from Bayern Munich, I think he's only 21. Conceded a lot of goals, but we won't say why. But I do think he's quite hit and miss from what I've seen. He can do some dodgy things, I'm telling you. Makes some great saves and does some stupid fucking things. So I'm hoping it's an age thing and he will come of age maybe next season, hopefully, and we can get him back to, well, not get him back to anything, but he'll be a lot more improved, hopefully.
Yeah, so obviously, you know, looking at the rest of your team, you got Kieran Drewsbury Hall, which you signed him this season. I'm 99.9% sure. Fabio Vieira came over from Celtic. You know, I'm just looking at the rest of your team. Jose Marsa, my boy, you massacred my boy. At least
your
he
boy
last year.
Your boy.
He was my boy. He was my boy first before he was your boy.
It was my boy then.
Last year. I'll have.
You didn't even look at him, mate. You didn't even look at him this year.
I did. He scored.
Oh yeah, I bought him off you, didn't I,
didn't have the money.
Yeah, he was a steal, mate. In the first draft, he was a steal, and I'm never going to tell Niall how much I paid for him.
Good point. So looking, you know, the rest of the team, Mark O'Connor, you know, who you swapped for Tonali. Don't know what the fuck you were doing there. And then swiftly moving on.
Hang on, put a bit of context in, mate. I didn't just swap Tonali for Kana. There's a lot more to it.
Yeah. Anyway, he's the only one left. Anyway, moving on. You know, Vitinha is there, top goal scorer. You've got Alvaro Rodriguez, and you've got the man who is unspeakable.
He was a baller last year and all, well. Rodriguez. He was a baller.
Yeah. Well,
Alvaro,
you know, I swear he was my top goal scorer for 2 seasons.
He's fallen right off. He's a one-season wonder, isn't he? Or is he going to bounce back? Who knows?
No, 2 seasons. 2 seasons, mate, my top scorer. It's only this one he fell off a bit.
Well, who knows? But Niall, thank you very much for coming on and participating.
Cheers,
you know,
Niall.
We have got a schedule to run to. But Niall, thank you very, very much for coming on. It is really, really appreciated.
I'll get back to being in the background, mate. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it will be. Oh, no worries. So, moving on very, very swiftly.
Thanks for everything, mate.
Moving on very, very swiftly. We've got the championship.
Straight in. Oh.
Very snazzy graphics.
Here he is.
Hello, Mr. Heenan. Back. The Lord and Savior.
The legend.
The Lord and Savior.
The Savior of Fmsl. Oh, what geezer. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Oh, he's back.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, look at him. He's blushing, isn't he? He's blushing. So, Kev,
a fan favourite.
Tell us how your season
went.
Oh,
no. Do you know? Oh, no. Oh, Kevin, apology as well, because I swear I predicted him to win it, the league. I jinxed him. I'm so sorry, mate. I'm so sorry.
I've been jinxed somewhere with this, but
it's all right, mate. League One's all right.
A late addition to this because I wouldn't have came on and spoke about my relegation, but here I am.
Well, you were a last minute standing, so it's
you're a first choice, though. First choice.
You know, Lewis. Yeah, you were first choice, but we did, you know, we thought we'll give somebody else a chance, and you know, stuff happens, so we've had to. But why don't you talk about this season,
guys? I mean, it's same old story. I think where most of my teams that we struggle in front of goal. You know, if you look at the goals scored there, I'm the lowest in the league. Defensively, we didn't do too bad in comparison to some of the other teams. You know, I've had a couple of 0-0 draws in there, a couple of 1-0s, I think, where, you know, either way, if you could have nicked a goal, you're looking at playoffs, you know, for the points that were in it. I think going into the final week, it was one of those ones where, you know, the team that were in 8th could have gone on and finished in that top spot of the playoffs, from what I remember. It was very close going into that final week, and I think, you know, at one point it just seemed, I've done it before. I've escaped in the last week. I've done well. Had big weeks, and in this one, I think I played against Craig Olympiacos, feeling, confident as I could be, facing Mbappe and Lukaku, who was on fire at that point. But yeah, I don't know what I'd done to the FM gods, but I think I was 3-0 down after 10 minutes. I had a red card. Then my keeper got injured, which is the first time I think I've ever seen that for my team in all of the history. And I managed to come back somehow, and we drew that game 4-4. And I thought, are we going to turn something around here and sneak out of it? But not to be. Too many mistakes, individual mistakes, and then just not enough goals. You'll see it from, like, if we look at the individual stats and stuff as well from my team. It's just, you don't score goals, you don't win games.
Yeah. I remember, yeah, exactly. I remember at the start of when we did our podcast a few weeks back now, and you were like goal for goal. So you were conceding, but you were scoring goals still. Do you know what I mean? And all of a sudden it went towards the end of the season. And it's still tight though. -5 goal difference. I mean, compared to Celtic at the bottom, it's not bad. I mean, you even got low. I mean, look, Athens, you 2 points just managed to beat relegation. They got a worse goal difference. Sometimes, like you say, it just doesn't go your way. I do know the feeling. But like you say, played Olympiacos as well. It was in the relegation zone at the start of last week.
Yeah,
so it is one of them leagues where it go anyway.
Like that final week, really. You were looking Olympiacos, Cologne, Athens, myself. Any of us really could have taken up that last spot. And then even with Liam at Boca, he had a really good week, and it seemed at one point then potentially that he could come off the bottom or like from where he'd been earlier in the season and make a last-ditch attempt for survival as well. So it's been, apart from the top end where Abdul's kind of ran away with it in the end, but below that, it's been so tight across the rest of the games.
Oh yeah, 8 points separating from being promoted to being relegated is tight, and that's why I knew obviously going into the playoff week we have this week, we knew it was going to be tough. Spoiler alert: Girona, I think was it this evening? It was this evening, wasn't it, Kev? Girona beat Augsburg in the playoff final to achieve promotion to the Fmsl Premier League. So congratulations there, Anish. Commiserations, Darren. They'll have to do it all again next season, mate. But yeah, so it is a very, very tight squad. A tight squad, tight league. I don't know where Cameron's gone. We need to move on with the images because I don't do that. Here we go. Now we're talking. Right, sorry, Kev. I think it's a bit small. But don't worry about that, mate. I can talk you through it, my friend.
I could see.
Oh, okay. You can see. Oh, he's got team. What's going on here? Right, okay. So let's start off. First of all, what the hell? Where are the Hoffenheim players? What's going on?
Do you know what? I mean, like I said, when you look at the players that were in there, really, I mean, I think the only ones that I had a chance, Ritta guy, he hit double figures in terms of goals, only just. Florian Wirtz did all right. I think he ended up with about 7 goals. But other than that, I wasn't expecting anyone in it. But we've had a few where we've chucked a player into the team of the week where they've done all right in one of the games in that week, but nowhere near consistent enough to make it to the team of the season. Like, and you look at some of the names that are on there. It's the ones we
performed all season. You know yourself as an admin when you know yourself as an admin throughout the cycle or this season, so we say, you sort of get a gist of who's going to be in team of the season because you constantly put in a number on their name. You constantly put in a goal or an assist next to the name and the stats that we have to do. So if we just have a quick run through while you're here. So we'll start in goal. Should we start in goal? So we've got Restes for Trabs with 5 clean sheets. Abdul's keeper, he signed him in the draft. He's been class from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Another Trabs player, Joshua Kimmich. Another, like you say, is going again. What's the word I'm looking for? Similarities happens all the time, not all the time, but Kimmich at a defender, obviously more of a fullback midfielder player, but with 10 goal contributions. Quentin Merlin, Olympiacos, 8.
I've got a funny feeling that Kimmich was the set piece taker.
I think he was.
Abdul loves a few corner goals or free kicks. And
don't bring that up.
Also, can I just point out? I know I've just come back, but can I just point out? Kimmich technically isn't a defender because his best position is midfield. So Abdul's fucking snuck him in there. Just saying, Abdul's.
I did think the same thing, but I'm not saying anything.
Yeah. You go on FM and you check his media description. You check his media description, and that's how it goes off by. So don't come at us, mate.
No, because
put a lot of our work into this. Yeah, but I do agree. Like I say, you can play him in a lot of positions. This is what I was saying earlier with Pino in the middle. That's the thing. Obviously, we put our positions in the stats to do these. We do the positions by the media description, because how can you determine where they're going to be? That's the only one where it's similar across the board at the start of the database. That's what it's all the same. Any save you do, the media description starts off the same. See what I'm saying?
I would just, I would just point out that I've just had.
Anyway, okay.
There. Anyway, never mind. We'll move on.
Well, what is it, Colin? You might as well say it.
No. I've just had a little look there. Sorry about it.
Okay, right.
Anyway,
Quentin Merlin, who we can confirm is a left back for Olympiacos, 8 goal contributions. Pedro Porro, who I can confirm is a right back from Lecce, 6 goal contributions, and Reece James, who is a defender, playing for Augsburg with 5 goal. Yeah, with 5 goal contributions. So that's the same scenario here with Shroudelup for Lecce, another draft signing, playing in midfield. He's a winger. He is a winger, but he's got 11 goal contributions. Almada Boca had a great season, 10 goal contributions. And then this front four would scare anyone in the league. Probably the best front four out of all, in my opinion, out of all 4 team of the seasons. This is class. Saka from Trabs, 24 goal contributions, unreal. Lukaku, Olympiacos, 22 goal contributions. Matthias Tell, Trabs, 19. And Kylian Mbappe, Olympiacos, with surprisingly the least, but still a brilliant 17 goal contributions.
Yeah, I think he might.
That's strong.
I think the thing with Mbappe as well, there's always that expectation with him as being one of the big players, like him and Haaland. But I think, he probably just snuck into the list as well. He's not been exactly firing all season, but I think it was Gayacorez at Colm. He was unlucky not to get in because he was banging in goals as well. I think he missed out by 1. But obviously, I think Mbappe in the final week just did enough to get in there.
Yeah, a lot of goals going on. A lot of goals. And we got the other thing.
So, moving on while Chrissy decides to eat whatever he's eating. The player of the season
eating a jelly top
for the championship is, drum roll please, Chrissy.
That was terrible.
Bukayo Saka!
Bukayo!
Who had an amazing season, and he was the most expensive. We did talk about that in the transfer special in episode 7. Go back and watch it if you haven't. He is some player. Abdul did pay a hell of a big chunk of money for him, and it has paid off. It really has paid off. And yes, Joe, jelly tots are the best. I'd say even Kev agrees. Even Kev agrees.
I was agreeing about Saka, but
in other news,
no, Saka's had an amazing.
We'll go about jelly tots as well.
Really
definitely.
Yeah, but no, I think
he's had a great season.
100%. I think when
I was saying to Kev earlier,
when you've seen the consistency through the season, like it's
whoa, what's going on there? Somebody's touching something they shouldn't. So
yeah, go on, Kev. Go on, Kev.
Oh, go on, Kev.
I was just saying that the consistency that you've seen through the season with him, Saka, it was hard to sort of see anyone else fill that player of the season. Like it's the goals and the assists.
That's what I was saying before.
Yeah.
I'm the admin for the Championship side, and constantly goals for Saka, assists for Saka every week.
It's shown there, though, hasn't it? It's shown. Moving on, we have the overall statistics, which you can stop, pause, read, do whatever you want with it. But Lukaku, top scorer, 18 goals. Saka, 14 assists. It's just showing the quality of Saka, really. And Almeida, with 9 assists there. Laurento Martinez, probably unlucky to miss out. Kev, is that one of your rules, boys? What? Why?
I see a bit of blue
there at Augsburg. Oh, there's one there, Kev. You've got one. He's got 10.
I've got a couple in like for the different couple of clean sheets
positions.
Midfielders with
Jose Gaya, your favourite.
Wirtz and Guerra, and then Rettigai went on a bit of a run, but when you look at the scoring chart there.
No, he's all right.
I know it went before, but there is, you're looking at that scoring chart and you're going, well, there must have been a hell of a lot of goals scored in that league, and there really wasn't. And I think it's shown even with the goal contributions in the midfield, you can see it there. It's just. It's, you at least above 6. Cole Palmer sneaking in the bottom there. Chrissy, one of your Stoke boys from your save, and Andreas Schlupp there as well. Like, it's nice. I like that. Giovanni Simone as well at Lecce. Big shout out to him as well. I really rate him. He's a decent player. But moving on, Kev, we are gonna, quickly dissect your squad. What are you gonna do in the window, which is tomorrow? For anybody who's
sell. I say that now, but you remember from my last appearance here about the last window that I had and how well that went, trying to actually offload players, but. To be fair, I think that my priority striker, I need to get someone that score goals. I know Rettigai hit double figures, but when you look at then behind him, the closest was Wirtz with 7, and then after that, I had Jimenez that he only hit 4 goals all season.
Yeah, what happened with him, Kev? Look, because he's a baller. Was he just not getting into squads? Was he just not?
Yeah, because with the, to be fair, I did try and sell Jimenez last window.
Jimmy,
it nearly happened and it didn't, and it got too late in the window to do anything with it. So I thought, well, we'll keep him another one. And in the way that the development had gone, Rettigai had actually kind of overtaken him a bit. To become sort of first choice, he was going to be the man that would start, but we would switch it up depending on who we were playing and whatnot. But Rettigai hit a little bit of a goal trail over a couple of games and kept in but towards the last few weeks, he did nothing. And then I tried bringing Jimenez in, and he did nothing. And yeah, all just sort of fell around that. Even like the supporting forwards as well, like, or the wide players, Gonçalves, Horta. When you look at what they've actually contributed, 6 and 6 for both. It's not enough, really.
Nah.
So no, I think tactical rethink, and then signings based upon that.
Yeah,
well, thank you very much. Yeah, well, thank you very much, Kev, for coming on. I'm looking forward to playing you in the championship, and Chrissy's surely looking forward to taking your place in the championship as well. But thank you very much, Kev. It's been a pleasure.
Cheers.
So,
cheers, Kev. Cool, you cut him right off there.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't do that.
No, man.
So moving on.
The disrespect.
Kev, I love you. I'm sorry.
Got a cup named after
that was
him.
fucking
Niall. Man's got
that.
a cup named after him, and you're cutting him off loose like
that. Wasn't me.
I'm sorry,
I don't
Kev.
do this. Right. Moving on to League One. Magnus!
That was
the Overlord.
Shocking. How can you do that to a fellow FML?
I didn't do anything. It's not me.
I agree, Magnus. I agree. Disgusting.
I wish I hadn't put that coming back. I didn't do anything wrong.
Isn't that a fine?
He's never coming back now, is he?
No, he's not.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Back now.
Honestly, Magnus, I hope that's fucker because he'll need it tonight. How you doing, my man?
Yeah, not so bad. How are you guys?
I don't like the shirt you're wearing. Right. You can take that one off.
Well, can I say?
Don't like that. Don't like that.
Couldn't find my wins.
Not as a rugby supporter, something like that. So
it's a beauty.
Talk about this. You
Speaking of beauties,
I was robbed. I can say.
Chrissy, you shut the fuck up. Let Magnus talk.
I've been robbed. I mean, I played Chrissy, and I swear something went wrong there. He clearly did something with his team to jack him up against me. Didn't get a sniff, not even in the cap. Absolutely demolished me. I mean, I'm thinking there should be an inquiry somewhere along the line here, but hey. No, it was a good season actually. I was a little bit scared on the last two matches to that I was not going to make it, but oh well.
You did do it in style, my friend. You really did.
Can I say overtime?
We all, for those of us who
were did it the hard way. At the time, you did it the hard way.
You did do it the hard way.
Can I say?
And can I just interject? The drink of the day is Hawkston Lager. So make sure you buy yourself some Hawkston. Anyway, carry on. We're not sponsored by them, but I really want to be.
It's the same drink every week, mate.
Anyway, Magnus, let's talk about your playoff final.
That was a interesting game. I really thought I was going to lose it in the last minutes there, but of all people scoring the final goal, the guy that's done fuck all season pops up and wins it. He has been shocking.
Can you remind everybody who that player was?
I'd rather not talk about it, to be totally honest.
No, come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Come on, you're on the podcast. You're going to talk about it.
So he's a guy from Dortmund. He is apparently an epic player on FM until he came to Freiburg.
Who may that be?
I can never pronounce his name. Has anyone got a good pronunciation? Go on, Chrissy. I know you want to see it.
All right. Okay. Hang on. 2 seconds. 2
He's
seconds.
going to get the pronunciation of Google, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm going to get it wrong. Oh, Adeyemi. Adeyemi. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Karim Adeyemi.
That was rehearsed.
Stats are ridiculous. He should be an absolute killer, but I just can't. Immobile kept him out of the team. And he couldn't go on the left wing because my boy from Manchester City, Galeno, did incredibly well. I mean, he was in the top stats for the top goal scorer there for a while, actually, a winger. So, but he left us already, Chrissy.
I think something's just happened to his connection there. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. Oh no, he's back. There we go. His connection's back. I think he had to go pay his lucky bill, I think. Oh no, he went for a drink. That's even worse. But anyway, this is what tomorrow's show is going to be like. Normally we can pause this stuff, but we can't pause it now. So, you know, Magnus, looking at the table, you know, what is your shock and what is your, you know, what revelation for you came true?
Oh, I can't believe I lost against you, first of all. How did that happen? A loss and a draw.
That's the inquiry the people want.
That is the inquiry. I'm telling you, the bitching I heard in the beginning of the season, I can't get Bellingham to do this and can't get him to do that. Then he fucking spanks me.
Yeah, he's celebrated too hard or so exactly.
It was one of those, wasn't it, where I was like, yeah, I'm fucked, yeah. And then all of a sudden, bang, I had a really good time. You know, I played you. I beat Jake 6-0 and I beat him 1-0. I did a double over Jake. So yeah, I'm so happy about that. Like, I don't give a shit about it. I could have got relegated as long as I did a double over Jake. Couldn't give a shit. But I think this has been
that's all the boardroom wanted.
Yeah, it was all the ballroom wanted. But you know, looking at it, I think this is the hardest league in a while that I've been involved with, where I knew I wasn't going to win the title and I was just chasing photos. I mean, even last season wasn't as stressful. Yes, I'm loving that. Let's get that back on. Niall Wolsey. Yes, everybody get that fucking round of applause. It's fucking brilliant. Anyway,
you got to give him his dues. You
got promoted. He deserved to get promoted last season, and I think he was just, you know, he was just a bit short of the mark, but he deserves it this season. I will give him credit, even though no Jake out. We don't do Jake out anymore. But you know, it was one of those where it was between Magnus, myself, and Jake, and I needed all of the cards to come in for me, and it didn't, sadly. But you know, Kev did get one of his wins over me.
I seem to remember somebody jinxing me with 2 fucking draws. No, sorry. Was it 4 draws, Ethan?
Yes. There's video evidence of that as well, Magnus. We got video evidence of him admitting it.
We do.
If there was ever an incident that needs to be checked, it's this one.
Well, do you know what it was, right? And we'll tell the story. We'll tell the story for everybody because not many people know this. So, Chrissy and Niall, obviously in the production group chat, were like, "Cam, we need it to get 12 points this week. You're gonna get 12 points this week." It was kind of like a little bit of voodoo magic, and I ended up getting 12 points. So I went, "Hang on, the voodoo magic's on me now. I need Magnus to kind of, you know, have a bit of a slip up." And I just went, "You know, Magnus, you're gonna get 4 draws. Please get 4 draws this week. Thank you." And that was it. And you put
4 draws.
No, that's not going to happen. Anyway, 4 draws happen. The next week, I think the voodoo magic is still on me on this fine Sunday or Monday, and I says, "Well, Magnus, get 4 draws." I talked about the last podcast. "Magnus, please get 4 draws. Thank you." And you put, "Get fucked, you cunt," or something along those lines. Yeah. And I totally agree with that because it really backfired on me. Obviously, with it being the last week, and then playoffs was very tough. We haven't even got to talk about the rest of the league yet, but the playoffs were very tough.
Yeah,
I cried at the end of that for me, and I will admit that I cried because I thought I'm in for a shout. Yeah, it was 5-5 on aggregate. Jude had just scored, going at the last minute.
Set piece.
Set piece, yeah. It's funny enough, a lot of people are scoring set pieces against me, and it seems that Kev scored 4 in one game and a header just to rub salt in the wounds in a 5-3 loss or a 5-2 loss, and then it was kind of one of them. But moving on to Kev at the bottom of the table, love that. Can't lie, Kev. Love that. I mean, even though I predicted it to go up as runner-up, I fucking love that. I love it.
Yeah, so did I. I might have actually predicted to win it. Another one that I'll
we're out of a job tomorrow, Chrissy. We're out of a job.
I know. I need to stop predicting stuff because it doesn't work. But I mean, yeah. Jimmy stayed up. Fair play to Jimmy, mate.
Yeah,
that is
big round of applause for Mr. Strasberg, because that is a fucking big feat for him. And he wanted to get relegated. He wanted to go back to back to back to back, and he didn't. And it hurts me. It hurts me that he beat me because he wanted to get relegated, and he still beat me. But we can move on from that one. Craig at CF America as well. I do feel sorry for you, Craig. We love you, but we feel sorry for you. And obviously, as we'll get on to talking about very soon, Abu at Osasuna, got relegated after we all thought he would probably make the playoffs. And it does show you the madness, really, doesn't it? It's just a bit mental, really.
Jimmy's got 24 goals only. What the hell is that about?
Yeah, he got Jimmy only got 24 goals, minus 13 goal difference, and managed to stay up. That must be a record. Surely must be a record.
Osasuna with +6 as well. That's just mental.
I know.
You got to give your answer.
But it's the way it is.
That's it.
I mean, look at me. -2 goal difference, and I'm in the playoffs.
I got the second highest goals anyway. Yeah.
He got the first. We're not even talking about it, mate. I've got a beer ready for this.
All right, okay. We'll give you 1 minute.
Let's have a little cheers.
We'll give you 1 minute to talk about.
Mate.
Cheers.
I want to thank everyone.
Anyway, moving on.
It's been a great season. See you later, League One.
Chrissy did have a great season, and he lost. Chrissy, who did he lose to again? Do you want to remind everybody? Wasn't me.
Rangers, Jake,
and
Ross,
and there we go.
Ross
had a bit of a wild season, but he only lost 2 games. He drew 3. I think one of them was against me. I can't remember. And then obviously, 13 wins, and he's had a player of the season. And Chrissy has got the player of the season with my long-time admiring boy. Oh, no, it's not on this one. Hang on. He is on this, but he's not on this one. Talking about team.
He is there, but it's not,
Yeah, talking about team of the season. He is in there. We have got, I'll do this one, Chrissy, since you did the last 2. We've got Muric in goal at Osasuna with 4 clean sheets. Then we've got Alistair Johnson with 10 goal contributions, which is great. Another Bologna player in there. Victor Christiansen, who is one of my favourite players. From all the highlights I've watched, he is some player down our left-hand side. And then obviously, Ivan Frisneda. I'm not going to pronounce that well.
Help him out,
Magnus, obviously, Freiburg. Magnus, please help me out.
Yeah, you're right. You're about right. Fresneda is about right. Yeah, he's.
I'll take that.
He's the guy that somebody came in and put a low bid in for. I won't say names, of course, but they wanted a cheap deal to be done.
You know what? He was one when the first draft was happening. See, obviously, we get 7 picks at the start of this first database we get in the start of Fmsl. Back in November-ish time, September, November, October, around that time, we get 7 picks. And as you're going through, so everyone starts off getting their first pick they want. And then obviously you've all got to get your centre mids in, your goalkeepers, your right backs. It was getting to the bit with the right backs. And I was like, right, here we go. I've got a big old list. and Fresneda went, they all started getting picked off, and I was gutted because I really did want him. He was class. He's class, and I played him as well.
Yeah, he is class. He is class, like, to be fair. And then we've got Josh Doig, obviously, over at Nance,
Dougie.
dominate a bit of this list. Obviously,
it's a bit yellow over here, isn't it?
Musiala, yeah, it is a bit yellow. Obviously, Musiala and Odegaard dominating that midfield with 14 and 17 respectively. And then again, we'll have another Bologna player, and then in João Felix, he's done very well this season with 14 goal contributions. Cali Mwende and obviously Chrissy's Victor Roque. But I do want to talk about the biggest elephants in the room very quickly, very, very quickly. Jorgen Strand Larsen, who seemed to come out of fucking nowhere and obliterate every cunt. Chrissy, what do you think of that one? Like, I think I couldn't defend him. It was just, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, he is a good player. He's another one that kept popping out week in, week out. Also, I think it's a very good team. I know, obviously, I've got, 4 players in there. But, yeah, it's a good team all round. I can't beat it. And like you say, hats off to us. There's no Rangers player. Imagine finish second. You finish second in the league and not one of your players is in there.
Well, he shouldn't be getting battered every week, should he? If he's finishing, you know what I mean? If he's finishing... well, nobody likes an all-rounder. But Magnus, like, overall, what do you think of this team?
Yeah, it's pretty decent. I think João Felix is a bit of a shocking one for me. He was shit against me. Although I man-marked him with my player of the season. So, no, I think all in all, the strikers... Arnaud was a bit of a surprise. I did not see that one coming, to be honest. But that midfield, I mean, even in real life, that would be absolutely deadly. Absolutely. Yeah. But Bologna does surprise me.
That would be some team. I mean, the only player that would concern me, well, the only 2 players that would concern me in that whole list actually would be Strand Larsen and Doig. But it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Whoa!
Like, that's Fmsl. I'm saying in real life, Chrissy. I'm talking about in real life, fella. Right, okay.
IRL.
Swiftly move on to our player of thy season. Right. We're going to move on to the player of thy season, which is... Do you know who it is, Cameron? Because I know who it is. Martin Odegaard.
Yeah.
The fucking goat. Honestly, he's one of my favourite players in FM, and people who are in this league know I fucking love him. And I was gutted when he went. If I could have afforded him, I would have, and I would have went strikeless. But it is what it is. But obviously, 17 goal contributions in League One, and overall 15 assists with 13 goals in all competitions. That just really balls, mate. Me more than anything. It really just balls.
Now, like when you're playing FM, especially with versus modes, and sometimes, like Kev brought it up earlier, there's consistency is a really frustrating thing with versus, and I can probably a handful of times, because you remember the bad ones with him, you remember the bad games, because he's constantly banging in goals, assists, so the passing he plays, but when you remember the bad games he has, because he has so many good ones. That's all I've got to say.
I'm going to make a prediction right now and say Nance is going to go straight up to the Prem next season.
I'd love to.
Hang on, no. I was agreeing what Kev said about because it actually little story. It was a split decision. I wanted to sign Declan Rice, but Oliver got all right, Oliver, mate. I wanted to sign Declan Rice, but do you know what? It's probably the best decision that was made for me, because I've already got defensive-minded players and I wanted Rice to play a little bit more forward anyway, so getting Martin Odegaard in was just perfect. All right, it cost a little bit more money, but he played for Arsenal anyway, so I was looking at the Arsenal team when the draft was happening. So it just felt perfect. And I might have got a little nudge. I want you to get this player. So, yeah, I got this player. But, yeah, I don't think... Sorry. As you're saying, the Championship is a tough league. I'm privileged to get up there and give it a go, joining Magnus and that was another one as well. Magnus and Jake. But yeah, let's move on the Odegaard thing. It's getting emotional. Let's look at the rest of these stats.
Well, let's just be very, very quick with this. So Patrick Schick was the top goal scorer at Bologna. Again, Bologna popping up again. I think Ross is, in for it to go up this year. Obviously, Erling Haaland, only 10 goals. That is a shock. But we'll not talk about that. Karim Mwende with 10 goals. Martin Odegaard with 10 goals. Strand Larsen with 10 goals. And that rounds out your top 5 there. Alistair Johnson and Victor Christiansen, obviously, team of the season. But Bologna, shock. Not
two
really.
defenders.
Ross
Two defenders there.
Ross,
top assist.
But Ross is a very, very good player. And it has shown that the league is very random in the way it plays. Obviously, Lazar Samardzic, who we won't talk about because I love him. And he's went to Kev.
The only player that turned up for Santos this season.
Hannes was charged. Yeah, probably is. He didn't turn up against me, though. And then Serge Gnabry, obviously, with Carlos Soler and Danny Olmo and Martin Odegaard and Jamal.
There's a lot of sevens there, isn't there? There's a lot of sevens there.
And Naby Fekir rounding out your joint top 5. But yeah, obviously moving on to your team, Magnus, you got Tomori there. You've got some big players. Gavi, who I'm sure somebody will get confused for as Gavi.
55 bookings? You dirty.
I know, it's mental, isn't it? He's a fucking psychopath, isn't he?
Here's my wing backs and Tomori.
Get stuck in. Go on, sorry.
No, I mean, I have no idea. I don't even have get stuck in on. I mean, that's the criminal part. I think it's probably just the taunting relationship of the opponents that happens. But Gunter, who's 90 years old by now, 9 bookings. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's shocking.
He's still going, and Gavi's got a few as well, considering.
Yeah, well, I'm playing him as a ball-winning midfielder, and that seems to be the best role I can find for him. And he's absolutely killing it there. But yeah, he picks up the cards like crazy as well. His tackling is shocking.
Is it really?
I think it's like
the rest of the squads. Like you were saying about Adeyemi, 5 goals, 3 assists, not great. But your boy's still doing all right for you, Danny Olmo.
Yeah,
still getting a few.
I knew he would do well, and the same with Soler as well, doing very well there on the right wing. I mean, alternating him on Volante as well. But no, I'm really happy with the midfield. I've got a Romanian 16, 17-year-old. I think is going to be epic next season as well. So he's going to fill in the squad. But I need a striker if that Adeyemi doesn't get his shit together.
Dear, that's really nice.
Mobley's still going?
Tomorrow morning. Sorry, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. You know where to come. Anyway, Magnus. Yeah, well, thank you. That's all I'm saying. I've got plenty. But Magnus, thank you very much for joining us. It's been our pleasure again to have you.
Always a pleasure, Magnus.
And to have Kev on the pod. I will not get rid of you. I'll let somebody else do that. I'm not getting blamed for shit again.
You want one of my players then, I'm guessing. Okay, fair enough.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Exactly.
No one puts baby in the corner.
Thank you very much, Magnus.
Take it easy, guys.
Cheers. Ooh,
so
it's going well, isn't it, Cam?
Chrissy, are you ready to move on to the last? Oh, it is, but we're running close to an hour now. So should we get the last league started?
Yeah, we can. We can do it.
Andy!
Straight in. The man, the myth, the legends. Come on.
The fellow Sheffield Wednesday supporter from Middlesbrough.
Yeah, well, I'll do a follow Max.
We'll move on with
Up the owls.
We'll move on with that one. What the owls? Andy, how are you doing, son?
I'm all right, kid. Are you?
Where I man, I'm always Irish.
Having a laugh at both of you, mate. You're doing a brilliant job.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.
Someone
definitely needs to hear that.
Oh well.
Yeah, right. Run away.
That's it. That's what they're here for, mate. They're sick of us. They heard Andy was coming.
So moving
choice,
swiftly on after that one.
Bloody hell.
Moving swiftly on, Andy.
Where do we go?
You have finished in your highest position ever of 9th.
No,
so let's get a round of applause for that one. Was that last season?
I finished the same last season.
I forgot Ballant existed for a moment there. Forgot Ballant existed.
Unfortunately,
he's just he's gone out my memory. He doesn't love her anymore. You know what I mean? He's leaving
exactly.
with.
He'll be back. He'll be back. He's told us he's going to come back.
Hopefully, but have had I think this is your best season ever, isn't it?
No.
My
first season.
Surely you got more points this season than last.
No. 4.
Oh, what? When you got 2 points?
17 last season, mate. 2 the season before.
Yeah.
So honestly,
it's me tactics. I keep changing my tactics. I need to stop it.
Yeah, we spoke about it before. I think that's the thing. You've got to try and stick to something, mate. Just play it out. I'll get it. Like everyone likes to. Yeah, and that as well. Okay, yeah, okay, and that as well. But yeah, you got to look at the bigger picture, mate. But I know what you're saying.
He was definitely.
You got to get the cats out for the pod, Andy. You got to get the cats out.
Oh God, they're out. Unfortunately, there's only one in the room, and she's literally laid on the settee. 1 minute.
Oh, bless.
Yeah. Oh, bless. There we go. So, Andy, obviously, you've had a good season by all accounts. To be fair, obviously
there was quite a few close games. Obviously, there was an issue in the league, which I don't know if we're touching
obviously
upon it or not. Oh, well.
Yeah, I think it's good to talk upon. So we'll let Chrissy go with that one now. We'll let Chrissy go with that.
Right, obviously, it's not a subject we want to talk about, but obviously, looking at this table now, you can see that Stuttgart are at the bottom of the league with -19. One of the big things as a league we bring in is not using downloaded tactics, as you know, from YouTube and Facebook and all different platforms. A lot of content creators upload tactics. You can get them on Steam, workshops, you can get them all over the place. So as a league, we don't want people doing that. We want people to use their own tactics, to invent their own styles and try and do that. So long story short, Connor, the Stuttgart manager, it's his first full season in the league. He didn't read the rule book correctly. So he was found to be using a download tactic. However, it has happened in the past, and a lot of managers have just run away, quit, done. I said, I'm going then. But fair play to Connor. He's stayed. He's changed. He's done his own tactic, and he shows everyone, because he wants people to know that he's not doing like naughty, which I don't think he intentionally did. It was just a miscommunication, but he took the punishment on the chin. I've got a lot of respect for him. He's a great lad. I think he's done very well in this Division Cup that we've done this week, and every tactic he's trying to show people who's playing. So he's being open about it and being honest, and that's what we want in this league. Everyone's got to enjoy it. We want everyone to have fun, and just we're all open and honest with each other. And so hopefully going forward we won't see things like that again. But fair play to Connor for staying, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does.
Exactly. So I mean, in the last 4 games, I think he won 2 and drew 1 in the league. So it's not bad.
Yeah.
That's with his own tactics.
Very good.
So he's shown that he's a decent manager. You know what I mean? So
exactly. And we all make mistakes, like I say. But for people looking into the league, we have a brilliant rule book. It's got everything in. Please, I beg you, read it when you come into the league. Read through it, because you don't want to get caught. You don't want to get caught. But anyway, let's get on to more positive.
But,
positive.
Yeah.
So
looking at the other end of the table, looking at the other end of the table, Celta Vigo, they finished bottom last season under the reign of Hungarian dictator Ballant, who has, he'd had a bit of enough of this, and I understand that we've all been through that at times, especially in the current times. But he left first or second week.
He had a lot going on,
Yeah. Yeah, he had a lot, and he left. And Balance, Balance always went back. He's one of the boys. He's one of our brothers, and he'll be back. But Celta Vigo then ended up going on in the league with all the transfers and draft picks he's made, which is insane, really, considering he got rid of Tony and Bowen. He's made a hell of a lot of different transfers. But looking at it as well, you've got Dan Bicker, who is coming second on what by goal difference. May I add?
But he got relegated last season and he turned it around, hasn't he? Yeah. He's got it back up now.
He was always one of my people that go.
He's coming after Cam.
He is. And I'm not looking forward to it. Trust me, I don't like playing Dan. Dan knows this. Dan's just sitting there licking his lips now, going, "Oh,
FM23, and I'm pretty sure FM22 as well. Dan Bicker's Premier League manager. All right, Roland Soto as well. I've seen to start with.
Yeah,
he is class. That boy knows ball.
Yeah, he knows his stuff, man. Now. He's just had it. He got a bit of a rough team. I think all the Belgian teams look great until you actually go into them and you go, oh my God. Like, I found that one out myself. You look at the Belgian teams and you go, oh, they look great. Anderlecht. You look at the Anderlecht, you look at the name Royal Antwerp and you go, oh, they're actually pretty good sides. In Belgium, you actually look at it deep down and you go, Jesus Christ. It's deep-rooted. It's an awful thing. But, obviously looking further down the league, you've got Reims with Joe McMahon, who will be on tomorrow on the transfer special.
Is that going to be a 4-hour special?
We'll find out tomorrow, won't we? We'll find out. But obviously we've got Oliver. We've got Oliver, who's a new manager of the league.
You can't say that, man.
Sorry, Oliver. We know Oliver had a bit of a we had a bit of a miscommunication last week.
A cam rage.
Oliver had a bit of a moment, but he's back, and I believe and somebody who is in this league can correct me. Oliver did get promoted in the playoff final, didn't
he? He did, yeah. He beat Joe in the final.
He did.
He come back. He come back. He left. He left. Finished fourth. Left. Come back. Won the playoffs. See you later. League Two.
Spot on, exactly. So good luck next season, Joe, Dan, and Henry. Get the lads.
Yeah, and then you got Mainz coming in fifth. Copenhagen finishing off that playoff spots. Another two strong, great managers there. I thought Mainz were going to go up. They had a strong start, fizzled out obviously, but yeah, it's a tough old league. Shane at River Plate. Sorry, down.
It kind of shocked me that one actually with Shane. I thought he'd be up there myself.
Because he won the league, didn't he? First season. Remember the first one we had? He won the league, didn't he?
He was straight up, wasn't he? I mean, bloody hell. But
funny how it turns around, doesn't it?
Your next, Andy. The updates haven't been very friendly, have they? So
no, they never are, mate. They're not the worst thing.
Yeah.
You finally get something, and the update goes, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Or
taking that away.
You play a game and your two keepers get injured.
Oh, yeah, all that.
Yeah, that happened to me, didn't it? I was in the lead in one game. One keeper gets injured. 5 minutes later, the other keeper gets injured. I put a bloody defender in goal. What luck do I have? You know what I mean?
Easily done. The FM gods sometimes aren't all there. Right, so Andy, let's have a little look at this team of the season for League Two.
Yeah.
Hopefully, someone's backstage that can.
No, it's not
not happening. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Hang on.
It's vanished.
Has it come back yet? No. Okay.
Yeah, there we are.
Hey, there we go. See, you wish hard enough, it does come in.
Oh, he's coming this year.
Can't he? No.
I've just got a message off Cam, so I had to jump in. So I was jumping in while doing that.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry, guys.
Right, so let's start at the back. So we'll go through the team, Andy, and then you can tell me if you agree or disagree or anything like that. Right, so Alfonso Aurelio, Copenhagen, 6 clean sheets. I think that's one of the highest in all of the leagues.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think there was many clean sheets in the league all through the season. I mean, they were all weird scores. I think quite a few of them were either 3-2 or 4-3 or something like that.
Goals.
Definitely
so
brilliant.
Then,
I like it. Yeah. Not good for goalies.
So then you've got,
Fernandez to
I
go.
will come to him, Joe. Don't worry. So we got Carlos Augusto Ramirez, 5 goal contributions.
Yeah.
Matteo Ruggeri from Royal Antwerp, 4 goal contributions at the back. No, Ruggeri's not a centre back, is he? Or is he a centre back? I want to say he is.
Tommy Asher.
We haven't seen many centre backs.
Ruggeri.
Anyway,
left off centre.
Yeah. That might be it then. Yeah. Denzel Dumfries, class right back, playing for Mainz, with 3 goal contributions. And Tommy Asu, Arsenal player, now at Royal Antwerp, with Dan, who is also an Arsenal fan, with 3 goal contributions. That back 4 look about right?
It does, yeah. Obviously, Royal Antwerp have been really good with the defence. Finished second, they've got themselves promoted, you know what I mean? But I'm a bit surprised that Celta Vigo haven't got a defender in there as well. It seems when Henry came in, he just blitzed the league. I don't think there was many who took points off it, to be honest. I won't say what the score was with him with me. It wasn't the highest score against me, but it was definitely up there. But yeah, Tommy Asu, obviously we know what he's like in real life. Brilliant little player, but I don't know. I think the surprise for me is Augusto. The biggest surprise, but looking at the stats, can't argue with it.
You can't really, that's it. But then I think the midfield too sort of speak for himself. Kendry Paz, obviously Oliver, being a Chelsea fan, has got him in. Last draft, 10. Oh, where's that gone now?
Cam's just had to go, so it's dropped all these slides, unfortunately.
Okay. No worries, that's fine.
So we can carry on.
I've got it. I'll got it. Sorry, I'll read through it. Kendry Paz, obviously from Nero, 10 goal contributions, a Chelsea player, IRL, and Oliver is a Chelsea fan. He's class. He was scoring from all the time. And the infamous, now famous, Leonardo Fernandez for Reims, 10 goal contributions. He's a class little player. Lovely little farm from Joe. You can't knock him for that at all. I think that's just the perfect team midfield.
Players as a poster Fernandez on his wall.
Yeah, he has. Goes to bed dreaming of him.
Oh, that explains a lot, actually. Especially if you ever hear him on Discord.
Yeah.
What happens on Discord? Then... Discord.
With that laugh, it needs to.
Oh, we love Joe's laugh, don't we? He lightens the day.
He has got a good laugh. Right, sorry, let me carry on. I'm just trying to get my head around this all. Right, so then the front 4.
Sorry, Chrissy, just want to apologise as well. The graphics aren't there because the host had to leave, so the graphics have gone, but it's an emergency, so we'll plough through.
Yeah, we'll plough through. We'll get this league wrapped up anyway. Yeah. So the last front 4 of the evening from League 2, we got we got Nicola Zaniola for Celta Vigo. So there's a Celta Vigo player, and he was waiting for 15 goal contributions. Absolutely class.
I mean, what a striker!
Yeah,
what a striker! Brilliant. I mean, what can you say? He annihilated me in the games that we played.
Don't use my name in vain. Annihilated.
Oh, very good. Very good. He has to get them in. These sad dad jokes.
Got to, mate.
Yeah. And then we got Domenico Berardi for Mainz, 15 goal contributions. Nice to see a player out there like of his standards. And then another set of ego player, Andy. We got
exactly
Mitoma.
the goals.
Yeah. IRL, obviously Brighton.
Yeah, excellent.
Playing in
He's
Sheffield
going to be
colours.
another team next season in real life. I mean, but if Henry can keep his team together, he only needs maybe 1 or 2 players.
It'd be good if he can. I think he'll definitely make a good charge on the league next season. And then last but not least, Shane said he was looking for a striker, but does he need one when he's got Ferran Torres making the team of the season at River Plate with 13 goals?
If he's looking for a striker, he knows where to come. I've definitely got a few there for sale. But nah, Joel will bottle it. He'll bottle it, especially in the finals.
You reckon he'll bottle it again?
No, I don't. I actually think he'll be promoted next season, but
he just needs to get
all the way from Holland. Berardi, great steal.
That was a great steal. That was a great steal.
I think this transfer window, even though we're not really touching upon it tonight, is going to be very interesting, especially the draft.
Yeah, I think there's a lot. What I loved about what we've done this season, no one knows their budgets. No one's going to know their budgets until they get that database. So there's no. I'm going to try and get him. I'm going to try and get him. No, you ain't. You don't even know how much money you got.
Exactly. Yep. Like I've spotted you in private, Chrissy. And now knows I'm looking for a new goalie. I'm looking to rejig the full back. And without knowing my budget, I haven't got a clue where to start. I've got 2 goalies. It's really hard,
isn't it?
But,
yeah, there was an interesting change to be made to stop pre-season deals.
Of course.
Rumor has it some people are still trying to do it, but we'll see. Maybe they're actually doing the maths all season.
Mate.
I'd love to know how that actually works, but we won't go into that one because
yeah, that's it. That's not
the situation. Transfer.
But that'll be yeah. But that'll be tomorrow's journey.
So when's it tomorrow? 8 p.m.
Yeah, definitely. Niall, can you confirm this?
It's 8 p.m. tomorrow.
Well,
night,
what do you want me to confirm? Sorry.
Tomorrow night.
The live tomorrow.
8:30 tomorrow for the transfer window opening.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll get some of the people that have already been in here. I mean, Joe's already saying transfer ban because Andy said about wanting players.
He said it as soon as we mentioned it. Honestly, that lad he'd have just hung up and quite.
Hopefully tomorrow night we can throw more of the live comments into the show because I think there'll be a lot of banter there and people winding each other up about who's buying who. I think it'll be
brilliant. Do you know what? I'm gutted. I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss the first hour or so. Yeah, I've got my actual football presentation tomorrow evening.
All right.
I've just got to put this up, Chrissy, from Olive Funnell. Broke his and we got banned.
He's not lying.
Well done, Ollie.
He's not lying.
Brilliant. He's back.
Love it, man. Love it. But yeah, hopefully we'll have a lot more of that tomorrow. Because obviously we're concentrating on the seasons tonight, but we can have a lot of laughs tomorrow. For anyone who doesn't
know, Niall's been out with me and helps me a bit with the transfers and stuff like that. Just to get me around everything.
We say helped, others say
Chrissy as well. Obviously.
The thing is, that's the thing about the league. Yeah, don't trust him.
Go on, Chrissy.
That's the thing with league. We all look out for each other, don't we? Nah, that's true. We all look out for each other.
That's a good thing. That's the good thing.
We all look out
for each other. The only reason why I'm still in here is the banter and the camaraderie with everyone. You know what I mean? Even when I get annoyed with people, it's still you go away and you have a laugh and you come back.
Yeah, always fun. You give it a couple of minutes, go have a quick cup of tea or something, and you're usually all right after that.
Yeah, someone else will you up anyway, aren't they, by then?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's it. But anyway, Andy.
Anyway, yeah.
I just want to say, first, thank you for coming on this evening. Hopefully we will have you on again soon, mate. It's been a pleasure.
Don't worry,
yeah,
I've got ideas for you that I need to message you about.
I know. Oh, that's a shout. Andy, I will actually say, and let's have a round of applause for Andy. It was his idea with the 60 seconds quiz. I'll give Andy his dues. He come to me and said, I've got an idea. And it went from there. So, yeah, he's the
I only give you the idea. You were the one who's actually took it forward and made it what it is, mate. So well done.
Yeah, he opened the door. I'll walk through it.
I'll caveat that, Chrissy, with anyone that's got any feedback, suggestions. Yeah, I'll caveat that. Any feedback, suggestions, put them to us because we want to make the show more interactive, a bit better, something different. So
we really appreciate it.
Doesn't matter even if it's negative feedback as long as it's constructive.
Oh, sorry, Andy. I do apologise. Yes, so obviously we can't get the graphic up now because Cam's had to go.
No, I've put it there.
Emergency.
I've put it there for the end. Yeah.
Have you done it right?
Oh, what
have you got it?
Sorry.
Play of the season for
Play of the season.
I'm just looking for that. No worry. You just carry on talking among.
Okay. Andy, let's have a little guess. Who do you think it is?
Well, we've got one guest coming through. Lorenzo Luca off Ollie. I don't know. I think Santiago.
No.
I don't know the amount of goals he was getting.
Who did you say? I've got breaking news.
I said Nicola Zaniolo.
Boom. That's yours.
Yes,
Player of the
Andy.
season for League Two, Nicolo Zaniolo. 15 goal contributions in League Two, 8 assists, 8 goals across all competitions.
There you go.
Signing of the season for them, really.
Definitely. I can't say.
What a guess, Andy.
For once, I actually knew something. Oh, that's scary.
We're getting to dangerous territory now, Andy.
Very much so. If I get something right, that is apocalyptic.
Brilliant.
Anyway. Right. So,
brilliant. Well, yeah, once again, Andy, thank you so much for coming on, mate. We look forward to talking to you very again soon, and obviously tune in tomorrow for the transfer special.
Oh, we'll
Speak later, Andrew.
Don't you worry about that.
Take care, buddy.
Later on, lads.
Cheers,
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right, so
Chrissy.
No, I want to say thanks to you, mate, for everything you've done this evening, behind the scenes, and coming on and filling in. Cam's obviously had to have an emergency for whatever reason. We wish him all the best. Hope everything's okay with him.
We do, yeah.
He will be back tomorrow with my stand-in for a couple of hours, Joe, manager of Stad Reims. Again, I want to thank everyone who's tuned in today. Everyone has made the effort. This is our first live. So obviously there was always going to be hiccups and bumps that we have to overcome. But the more we do it, the better we're going to get, same everything.
And
so,
like I said before,
again,
as well, Chrissy, tomorrow it should be much more fun, more interactive, because we're talking about the leagues and the debrief, how the seasons went. But we're getting the comments in there. We can get them up. We can give them proper shout outs. We can have some banter. I'll be there in the background. I might have to jump in here and there to make appearances for toilet breaks and stuff like that. So it's going to be a good night.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be fantastic. So I think we're going to have to. An hour and 23 minutes ain't bad, mate, for our first live.
No. And we had
quite impressed with that.
A lot of issues as well. So
yeah, we did. But we pulled through. We pulled through.
We did.
It's been brilliant. Thank you, mate. Thank you, everyone.
Cheers, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Take it easy.
Go showing. See you later, pal. See you later on. Bye-bye.
Bye.